Hello there, family. I didn't see you there.
What's up?
And welcome back to another edition of the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
That was me, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, that was me. It's me.
The apple of my eye.
I am.
The wind beneath my wings.
He flying, y'all. He flying.
The rib that completes me.
He's completed.
The Rebecca to my Jesse.
I don't know. No.
You got it. It's there. It's right there.
I feel it in my spirit.
It's right there.
Full house.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go, girl. So proud of you, girl.
Well, that kind of made me sad, though.
Why?
Wasn't
But that's why. Yes, why I did it in honor of Bob Saget.
Ronald Bob Saget.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's another one that we lost.
Yes.
I say in honor of Bob Saget. I did not know Mr. Saget personally. However, everything I've ever heard about him was he was a very kind man, very funny man. His sense of humor was a little different than people actually thought it should be. People saw him as Danny Tanner, and that wholesome, full house father. And he was so much more. He did blue comedy, which was amazing to see. Bob Saget doing blue comedy. But that's why I did that one. Yeah, in honor of Bob Saget.
Look at me getting that immediately.
Actually, I'm proud of you.
If I had a call, I would pop it.
I'm saying I
I
didn't.
got on the T-shirt, so I don't got no collar to pop.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna get that one that quickly.
Really?
I actually really
No
didn't.
faith.
Huh?
No faith.
When it comes to this, not a lot.
Listen, pop my collar.
You gon'
pop my T-shirt.
You gonna pop your name?
What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What?
That is my wife, family.
Going on,
Family, that is my wife. So,
Yes.
family, as always, welcome.
Welcome.
We welcome you to our new family members. Welcome.
Hi, guys.
However you found us, however you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you guys so much for listening.
Yes.
For our returning family members,
What's up, returners?
you already know how we feel about you.
Hi, we love you.
Now, our new family members,
Yes.
please do not misunderstand.
We love you too.
Do not take offense.
Please don't.
We love you. We honor you. We cherish you.
Yes, and we're thankful
And
for
we're
you.
very thankful for you.
Yes.
But there is something about those returning family
They
members.
just keep coming back.
They keep coming back.
They're bringing people.
They bringing people
They
back.
bringing people.
They telling
baby.
people. They
telling
bringing people.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
We appreciate that.
The Crenshaws are always very humbled.
Yes.
We always say we're just two random voices on behind a microphone.
No way.
A lot of our family members, if it was not for our social media, wouldn't even know what we look like. But yet they still listen. They trust us.
They trust us. Yeah.
You trust us. You trust that what we have to say.
Yeah.
You
So
trust
thank
to
you.
listen to us. You trust that what we mean well.
Yeah. We don't always get it right.
Yeah, we don't always
we
don't always get it right.
We want to emphasize we are not professional therapists.
Yeah,
Okay?
we're not.
We are just
not
this
professional
our
therapists.
therapy session that you guys are listening to.
and we're honored that you listen. We're honored that you trust us, and we're honored
Yes.
that you not only trust it, but you tell your family about us, you tell your friends about us, you tell your
Yeah.
coworkers about us.
Yeah.
So we're just honored, and we just thank you.
Now, our first time guest, let's let you know right now, your question is, well, then how do I become family? This is because the moment you came and you listened, you became family.
Automatically became family.
And the moment you listen again, guess what? You are a
returning family member. That's right.
Yes. And if you do that, let me know. Send us some information, and we'll send you my grandmama macaroni and cheese recipe.
There we go.
I'm not doing potato salad.
No potato salad.
Not this year.
People messing up potato salad out
Macaroni
here.
and cheese
I'm just saying.
recipe because you're family.
Yeah, people mess up potato salad
Yeah,
out
they
here.
do.
We putting raisins and almonds in it.
Oh my
I don't know what
goodness.
that's about.
Don't do it.
I'm just saying.
Don't do it.
So as always, family, as always as well, welcome to the cookout. Please make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can wet bang.
Yes, take something with you.
So you can take something with you.
Yes.
A nugget, an aha moment,
a gem.
a gem,
Yes.
something that you may not agree with now, but when you think about it, you're like, you know what? Now I understand what they meant.
Let me open up this aluminum foil.
Let me
that's
open up this aluminum
leftovers.
foil.
And eat this for a minute.
There we
Marinate
go.
on it. Because it's going to be, if you leave it in aluminum foil long enough, it'll be marinated.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
Marinated.
It's marinated in aluminum foil.
In aluminum foil. No, for real. You know how you get food, like you get chicken or something from your aunt's house or whatever. She cooks really well, and you put in the refrigerator, and then the next day,
it's even better.
It's better. You be like, Auntie,
it's aluminum foil.
It's aluminum foil. I don't think people respect aluminum foil like they need to. It's
aluminium.
It's aluminium. Foil.
We're not gonna do this.
Foil.
We're not gonna do this. But family, also, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
Which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
We are bookers.
I try to get through it.
And we tweet.
I try to get through it.
Nah, bruh. I'm still here 2022.
I see that. All in the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes.
Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Now, family, my wife thought I forgot, but I didn't forget.
What'd you forget?
We're also on the Tools of You.
Yes.
We're also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, family.
Y'all, listen.
Yeah, we have one.
I know y'all are rolling your eyes about why y'all keep talking about this YouTube channel. y'all ain't putting that on. This is 1972 because we trying to gear y'all up that we coming, y'all.
We there. Enjoy the content that's already there.
Right.
There's more coming.
Come on, it's more coming. Don't
enjoy the
like
content.
No, every time we say YouTube, I feel like about 20 people just rolling their eyes.
Go back and watch those videos again.
Because you didn't get what I said the first time.
Yeah, it's something else you're going to glean from it.
You're going to glean. Aluminum foil. Foil.
It's been marinating.
It's marinated.
You know the crazy part, though, when you say aluminum foil? That reminds me, I have found, and this is so off topic, and I think I did all the housekeeping. All the housekeeping is covered.
I feel good. Housekeeping is good. Housekeeping is good.
This is so off topic, has nothing to do with what we're about to talk about.
Maybe you always off topic.
That hurt.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying. So I found.
But you kept going, so your feelings can't be that hurt. Okay, great. Okay.
So cool. I have, me, that one of my absolute loves in life is Judge Judy on YouTube. One of my absolute loves in life. I'm not a fan of the new, to be honest. I'm not a fan of Judy Justice.
Baby, let's
not
go.
a fan of it at all.
Let's go.
But we're not gonna touch on that.
Digress.
I digress.
Squirrel.
But it's not Judge Judy I'm gonna talk about.
Okay, then why
I have found because the family know pretty much that's all I watch. I don't really watch anything else.
Carry on, baby.
But I found a new. I'm not gonna say love. But I found a new distraction on YouTube, and I don't even know how I found it.
I like the word distraction.
I went down a rabbit hole. It's a distraction, but it's a really cool distraction. So I found this dude on YouTube.
Okay,
his name is Adam. Adam, as he says, Adam makes tiny nerdy things, which I'm amazed by. So what Adam does, actually, the YouTube channel is North of the Border. Is actually the YouTube channel. And what he does is he's actually a sculptor of clay.
Okay.
And he makes the most amazing art out of clay. And it's as he says, it's nerdy stuff. So it's like Pokemon, it's like Star Wars, and it's like video game stuff. And it's just amazing to me of what he's able to do with clay. And I said that, now I know that may sound so random.
Did my face make you feel
it
like
may
that?
have sounded so random. Sorry. But I said that.
I want to try to give you the excited face, but I couldn't.
No, but it amazes the human mind.
Right.
Amazes me.
What we can do.
Of what we can do. Of when the human mind is not distracted.
Yeah.
Of what we're able to do.
Right, like yours.
Yeah, like mine. Because what happens is when I'm sitting and I'm watching this gentleman take clay, a block of clay, and turn it into the last one he did was absolutely amazing. Anyone who's familiar with Star Wars, he took a TIE fighter, which is a ship, and turned it into a robot, and turned it into a samurai robot.
Really?
It was called TIE Fighter. It wasn't his original idea. He took another artist rendering of this and turned it into a sculpture.
Wow! And
the fact that he came with just like a block of clay and turned it into art, was amazing to me. And it made me and it made me think how what an undistracted mind can do.
Yeah.
What an undistracted mind can accomplish.
Yeah.
Because in 2020, 2021, 2022, the common theme has been distraction.
This is true.
Whatever it came from, whether it was the election, whether it was politics, whether it was police brutality, whether it's whatever side of the fence you're on when it comes to civil rights or equality, wherever you fall.
Right.
When it came to COVID, when it came to the vaccine, when it came to who should be vaccinated, who should not be vaccinated, when it came to you're the lowest form of life if you're not vaccinated, to you're self-righteous and you don't know what you're doing if you are vaccinated. It's so much distraction. And it's amazing when you eliminate those distractions, what a human mind can really do. Right. So that's all. I know it's kind of weird and kind of has off topic, but it was on my heart, so I just wanted to say it. So what we talking about, babe?
You want to talk? Okay, because I thought you wasn't finished. I was just gonna wait.
No, I was done.
You sure?
You know, every once in a while, every once in a while, I'll go down, a rabbit hole. Normally it's you, but every so often,
every chance you get, you go down a rabbit hole. Every Friday,
every 300th episode,
every Freedom Friday.
Oh, that's crazy.
Every Freedom Friday, you go down a rabbit hole.
We only broadcast on Fridays, though.
Right, and that's every time.
Wow.
I just wanted to complete that sentence. So, what I want to talk about today is comfortability. Being comfortable. Now, this particular conversation is going to make people be uncomfortable.
Okay.
Some of you guys are going to agree, and some of you guys are not going to agree, and I'm okay with all of it. I really, really am. But we need to talk about the way that we're too comfortable right now. Like, not just now, but we've been too comfortable for a while. Even we've been too comfortable for a while, but the way that we're doing things. Now, let me just say this. Human beings like to be comfortable.
We do.
We love it.
We love to be comfortable.
When I say we love it, we absolutely love it. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like coming home and putting on that comfortable pair of pajamas.
Yeah, it's the comfortability paradox.
Yeah, coming home and just putting on the comfortable pair of shoes.
Oh yeah.
Or going out and be like, let me just take off these shoes and put on these shoes because they are comfortable, so I can go walk in. Whatever comfortability is, we as human beings, we love it.
We spend thousands of dollars on a mattress to be comfortable.
To rise up, to rise down, to form to our body, not form to our body, to keep you hot, to keep me cold, whatever it is. We love comfortability, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I have certain things that I'm comfortable with as well. Right. But here's the thing about that: when it comes to life goals, when it comes to purpose, when it comes to your life and where you're going, that's where we need to take away the comfortability. We need to stretch. We need to be a little bit more uncomfortable. And because when you do not be a little bit more uncomfortable or not uncomfortable, it becomes still your life. This is me. Don't email me. Sometimes your life can become stagnant. Right. Your life can become boring. Your life can become automatic. Your life can become woe is me. You can start becoming depressed. And I don't think that people understand that sometimes a lot of depression is because we're just living a comfortable life and we're not pushing. So I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
I think, well, first of all, I agree with everything you just said.
Okay.
And I think let's make some people uncomfortable. That's what the Crenshaws and the Crenshaw Corner is about. It's about having those ugly, uncomfortable conversations,
especially between each other.
Because, and to be honest, full disclosure, we just recently had a conversation like this, right? Because the Crenshaws had to look at our lives and say, are we too comfortable right now? Right?
Are we really pushing like we say we pushing?
Yeah. Are we really pushing hard enough? Because in some aspects of life we've arrived. So we thought. So if I can finish my own thought before I finish,
get your thoughts.
I'm saying because you just automatically just shoot.
But we know what we say.
But you don't though, because that's not what I was gonna say. But it's okay.
Carry on, my brother.
What I was gonna say was it's because in some aspects we've arrived where we certain things that we used to have to worry about, we don't worry about anymore. Certain arguments we used to have, or certain things we used to do, we don't do anymore. So we felt as though we were at the place we needed to be. Right. So because we were at the place we needed to be, we didn't see a lot of need in pushing further in certain aspects. And then one thing led to another, where one day turned into another, and then before we realize it, it's been 3 years and we haven't made any real changes. Right. It's been 4.5 years. We haven't made any real changes because we've arrived. Right. And I think what happens with some people is that they've gotten to a point in their life where they're so much further than where they used to be. Things that used to affect them, things that they used to do, problems and challenges they used to have, they don't have anymore.
Right.
So they figure because they don't have those same challenges,
Right.
so they figure they're okay now.
Right.
They've made it to the mountaintop.
Right.
Not realizing there's a whole nother summit to go.
Yeah. Dream a bigger dream.
Yeah.
Right?
It's one thing, and to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of everything this gentleman says, but it is one thing he said that I will always quote, and it's Steve Harvey. I think he's polarizing, but a lot of people don't, but that's just me. It's one thing he said where if you're the smartest in your group, if you're the most successful in your group, then at that point you need a new group.
Right.
Because at that point you're comfortable. Because at that point there's nobody to push you.
Right.
Because everybody's looking at you.
Exactly.
So there's nobody to push you. There's nobody to push you further. There's nobody to extend your finish line because you're already there.
Yeah.
And so, and I think in life, that's what happens to a lot of us. We've gotten to a certain point in life now where we're comfortable.
Yeah.
We're the ones. We're the ones that everyone looks to. You know, we're the ones that, you know, if something goes wrong, the family turns to. You know, we're the one is if somebody needs something financially, they turn up. You know, a lot of people at that place and they feel like, oh, this is what life must be.
And it's not.
It's not.
And it's absolutely not. I think that, you know, my initial dream, just talking about myself, my initial dream is I wanted to be married, raise my babies, you know, raise my 4 babies, and we gonna do it. And then when that happened, it was like, now what? I didn't dream. When I got there, it was like, oh, I live in a very good area. They go to really good schools. They get a phenomenal education. You know, financially we're okay. So at that point, instead of going, it should have been like, what's your bigger dream now? What is your bigger dream? What else you're going to do? What are you going to do to feed your soul? What are you going to do to help with because of course, again, feeding your soul is so important. Purpose is so important,
right?
You know, and where do we go from there? And I think a lot of times what happens is we don't want to be so, what's the word I'm looking for? We're so comfortable. I'll just keep using
just comfortable.
We're so comfortable that we forget to feed our soul and what makes our soul feel good.
And if you want to use the real word that nobody really likes to hear, we're complacent.
Okay.
Because, you know, nobody likes that word. That's one of them big words. That's an SAT word.
Is it a big word, baby?
Yeah, that's one of them big words, an SAT word. And nobody, that when you say it to somebody, a lot of the times they get offended by that. How dare you? How dare you call me complacent?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this, and I'm blessed. I'm just going to be honest. I'm blessed where I work at. But let me tell you about what happens with complacency, and let me tell you what happens with comfortability. When I went to go work for the government, for the county, my intention was to only be there for 1 year. I told you that. I said, I'm only going to be here for 1 year. 1 year. This is, you know, I just want to be here for 1 year. They called me. I hadn't worked in 2 years. So they called me and I was there for a year, and I love helping people. And that's what the county does. You know, social service does. They help people, make sure that they're okay and get what they need. But I was only supposed to be there for 1 year. It's going to be 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 years.
I woke up one day, y'all.
And 5 years was here.
And 5 years was here, right? And so, and I had to ask myself this question going into this 5th year. What happened? You know what happened? I was comfortable. And again, please don't take this the wrong way. I was comfortable.
Take it the wrong way, family.
I had my little 401k. Got my little pension money coming out. Got my little health insurance.
Got your health insurance, yeah.
Putting money away the way I wanted to put money away. Whether it fed my soul or not, that wasn't my thought process. It had checked off a couple of boxes, but not all of the boxes. And while I was doing that and going, it's going to be okay. Next year I'm going to leave. And next year I was becoming very complacent. I was becoming very comfortable. And before you know, I woke up and it was 5 years, right? And then what happened with these coming up on 5 years, now I'm questioning 4 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, like, why didn't you walk away? Why didn't you come out the year that you said you were going to come out? You said you wanted to do these things, but you didn't. And I think that's what happens with a lot of us. And I know I'm not by myself, that some people in jobs right now, they went into the job, right, and was like, I'm going to leave next year, or I'm going to leave in 2 years. And now it's 15 years, and they're trying to figure out why they're upset, why they're angry,
right,
why they are disappointed, or why they're, I won't say depressed, but not feeling themselves, because what they're doing is not feeding their
Underwhelmed.
soul. Yeah, underwhelmed, right? And what they're doing is not feeding their soul. And so this is why we want to have this conversation, because right now, guys, if you are comfortable, and again, we're not talking about comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes and blah, 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 blah. But let me say this, because my husband told me this, okay? Some of them look comfortable. Wives, some of them little comfortable outfits you got, I'm gonna need you to throw them in the garbage. Because I was told that. Because I have a lot of comfortable ones, like all of his big T-shirts. They got not stains, but got like, because I bleached my hair,
they got stains,
or
let's be honest.
holes, or whatever on them. But they're so comfortable, guys. And then the other day, he looked at me. He was like,
"You deserve better.
You deserve better.
You deserve better. You deserve better than walking around in clothes that are just comfortable. You deserve better than just walking around in clothes that with holes or stains or are old or coming apart just because it's comfortable.
Right.
You deserve better." And before you finish that thought as well, I want to go back just for a moment, because I never want to leave some of the family members out, because let's be honest, every family member that we're talking to or that we're dealing with, everyone doesn't have the entrepreneur spirit. Everyone doesn't want to venture out and start a business, and everyone doesn't want to venture out and start something on their own. And we never want those family members to feel any kind of way.
Exactly.
Like there are some people, and it's okay, that they just want to find a job, they want a career, they want a good career that they can sink their teeth into, that they can be in, that they can build their 401k, that they can get their insurance, they can retire, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
That's beautiful.
That is a beautiful thing.
That feeds your soul.
Right, but within that, because if my wife would let me finish my thought.
I'm sorry.
Because within that, it's okay, baby, I love you. Because within that, you still can find yourself too comfortable. Where even within that, because you're a person that wants to build the ladder, that wants to climb the ladder of corporate America, that wants that CEO position or wants that higher management position, but you're not pushing yourself because you're comfortable, because you know the job, because you can do the job in your sleep, because you've been there long enough that you know the ins and out, that you if you're honest with yourself, you give the job 50%, 60% of what you could be giving them, because that's at this point, at the stage you're in, that's really all it takes for you to complete the role you need to complete. So the conversation we're having with you is that if you're at a point where it only takes 50% of your brain capacity to complete your day, you're too comfortable.
Time to change that position.
It's time to change position.
Change position.
Not saying change companies, not saying leave, but it's time to maybe a different role is needed. A new challenge is needed.
Right.
Because comfortability works both ways, whether it can stagnate you when you're trying to chase your own dream, or it can stagnate you when you're trying to build something within something. So be careful with that as well, family. So if you, like I said, if you're a person that you're okay with being in corporate America, you love being in corporate America, you feel like that's your calling and that's where you should be, and that is your passion, that is your destiny,
do it.
Then by all means be there, but make sure that you have not fallen into the trap of being comfortable where you're not giving your all in that position.
Or going after a whole new position. Right. Because you're scared. Because another thing that comes with comfortability is fear.
Yes.
Right. So what happens is a lot of people don't want to go for it or push for it because they're fearful they either won't get the position, it won't work out the way they think it should work out. But I need you to stretch yourself. There's 3 things, right? As far as you're talking about corporate America,
yes, ma'am,
and building a career that I want you to understand. The first thing is that if that's what you want, make sure that the position you in feeds your soul, right? That it feeds your soul, that it makes you feel good when you do what you do every single day. So however, I'm a person who loves to help people, right? So that's what needs to feed my soul, that I'm helping someone, that I'm encouraging someone, that I'm inspiring someone, or I'm helping someone get to the next level. That's all. That's my whole goal. When I can do that, it makes me feel so much better. The second thing is, of course, like all things, we're not going to be like, oh, just feed your soul. The other thing is to make sure that it is taking care of your financial needs, right? Whether it be an entrepreneur or making a career, make sure that you are being paid your worth. And if you're not, walk out on faith walk away from fear and ask for the raise or ask for the promotion or ask for extra responsibilities so you can take it to the next level. Number 3, and the last thing is make sure that whatever you're doing is pushing you to the next level to be the best you. And a lot of times we don't like to be pushed.
No, we don't.
We don't even, if our supervisor come right now or someone from, if you have your own business and one of your clients come and critique you, oh, heck done broke loose. Oh, you just don't know what you're going to do. You're not going to make it. We have to make sure that we are being pushed to the next level and area of our lives. That's so important.
Yeah. This may sound crazy, family, but what I'm about to say, but just bear with me just for a moment. When you're doing something, whether it's like my wife said, whether it's the job, whether it's the career, whether it's the stepping out, whatever it is, when you're making that decision to do it, if your stomach doesn't feel queasy, you haven't pushed yourself far enough yet. Then you have to get to the point where those proverbial butterflies in your stomach start tap dancing. Yeah. Because typically what that is that's the fear. Because typically that uneasiness in your stomach, that queasiness that you get in your stomach, normally that's your fear mechanism is normally kicking in. Yeah. And so if you don't feel that, if you don't feel just a little bit uneasy, a little bit unsettled, if you're not feeling those, then you haven't really pushed yourself as far as you could. The beautiful thing about fear, and I think people get it confused a lot of the times. They think fear is a bad thing. Fear is not a bad thing. Fear has kept man alive for thousands of years. It has a place. Yeah. But it's when you allow fear to totally take over your decision making and what you do, that's when the problem comes in. Right. Because at that point, because fear will do one or two things. Fear will actually either be a teacher or it will be a hindrance. Right. So you have to get to the point when you allow fear to be a teacher. Yeah. Because when you're allowing fear to be that hindrance, you're not moving at all. You're stuck. You're stagnant. You're not going anywhere. Yeah. But when you allow fear to be your teacher, now you're in the family saying, how the heck does fear my teacher? Because what fear teaches you is how not to do things the next time is what it does. Fear teaches you, okay, this, I didn't feel quite right, but I still managed to do it. You know, I was scared that the business wasn't going to take off, but it did. So you know what that means? That means that I knew what I was doing, or it meant that I could push through. So you have to find the ways to allow fear to be a teacher and fear to guide you. Does that make sense, what I just said?
I just think the overall is take fear with you.
Did that make sense, though?
Yeah, but just take fear with you. Just take fear. Go with fear. Just go with fear. Because there's nothing that you're ever going to do that you're not going to feel fearful. Right. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just stopping yourself and going, I'm scared, just go on with it. Just go on with it, because you're going to hinder yourself and wish and kick yourself one day of why didn't you do it? Right. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And you don't want to live like that. Yeah. Be 70, 80 talking about I should have, I could have. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah.
And because we're all, the one thing you never want to have is regrets in life. Yeah. You never want to, like my wife said, you never want to sit back and you're 60, 70 years old, and not saying that life is over at that point in time, but you never want to sit back and was like, I wish I would have. Yeah. Or I should have. Yeah. Or I had the chance, or I had the opportunity and I didn't take it. Yeah.
And that's the regret we're talking about. We're always going to regret something crazy, but the regret we're talking about is a kind that's for your life, that's for your purpose, for you walking in your goal. And like I'm saying, you could still, Kentucky Fried Chicken did his thing at 60 or 70
He was 65, Colonel Sanders.
So you can do anything at 60, 70, and 80. But what we're talking about, but even at that age, then still push, right? Still push, still move along, because it's so important. I think putting real pressure on yourself, stretching yourself, is going to be the big thing. That's where you're going to come out of your out of being.
How do you do that, though?
How do you just do it?
Yeah, how do you? Because it's real easy to be like, put the pressure on yourself, come out of your comfort zone. Right. All those buzzwords, the things that look really nice on a T-shirt, the things that look really nice on a mug. Yeah, it looks really nice on a bumper sticker. Right. But you know me, I'm a practical person. So practically, what does that look like?
Just doing it anyway. Because there's no, I wish there was a way to go step 1, right? Step 2, but I think people need to understand that this is a personal thing.
Right.
This is not, we're talking about what's personal to you, and we're married, but what's personal to you and what's personal to me is two different things.
This is true.
The pressure that I apply on myself to make myself every single day to be better, or to make myself stay, for instance, for us, is applying pressure on how long do we stay up trying to figure out what content we're going to talk about,
right.
or how do we put the Crenshaw together? Where can the Crenshaw Corner go next? What can all those things that we think about all the time? Well, we could be asleep. You see what I'm saying? It's comfortable. It's so much better to sleep, y'all. Oh Lord Jesus. But how much better it is when you accomplish what you went out to accomplish. So I think it's just doing it anyway, doing it tired, doing it fearful, doing it with an attitude, doing it agitated, just doing it. I think those are the distractions, the fear, the tired, the agitated, all those things that try to keep you like, girl, just lay down.
Right.
No. Apply pressure and do it anyway. Do it, just do it. Because I think that sometimes what happens is we have a tendency when we're so comfortable, and we want to, it's a couple of things. We want to be comfortable, we want to be distracted, and we're easily numbed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So we easily want everything to come to us and just be comfortable and be wonderful. And then we're easily distracted. We could be doing something that means something to us, and something will come across the screen, the TV, or someone will call you and you'll answer. And now you are totally taken off of what your project was because you did that, right? Or you numb. Or you numb yourself by playing a video game or by watching TV, and again, there's nothing wrong with social media and all of those things. You will numb yourself to the things that you're supposed to be doing. So I think it goes back to what we was talking about when we was talking about the vision boards, which you just, I'm
gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
I'm gonna get there.
But the whole point of the vision board, or the vision book, or the vision cards, which cracks him up every time, or the vision cards, is if what you have placed on in that vision book, vision poster, vision card, or whatever, it should dictate what you do for the year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you said that I want to do A, B, C, then everything you listen to, everything you see, everything you hear, everything you do should be geared to that. Because now you're stretching yourself, and things that don't have anything to do with that, you cut it off, right? That's where the real stretch comes in. If it don't have to do with these things that I'm trying to do for the year, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to listen, because right now I said for this year, this is my goal and this is my vision. And that's how you push yourself. That's how you become uncomfortable.
I think also it starts with, you first have to have that honest conversation. If you've listened to the Crenshaws long enough, you know that the basis of everything is a conversation. Mm-hmm. It starts with a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think the very first thing that you have to do is have an honest, hard conversation with yourself. And it's not that cutesy conversation. It's not that, oh, well, I just want to be a millionaire. No, it's not that conversation. Mm-mm. It's the real nitty gritty. Okay, so if you truly do want to be a millionaire, okay, what does it take to be a millionaire? Mm-hmm. And not only what does it take to earn $1 million, but what does it take to keep $1 million? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people earn $1 million. A lot of people don't keep $1 million. Mm-hmm. So what do you do so if your true goal, if you feel like your life purpose is to be a millionaire, then what does that really look like on a day? How does a millionaire live? And you have to have those conversations with yourself to ask yourself, if I got $1 million right now, and I'm just using that as an example, it could be you're a business owner or whatever. Let's say you want to be a business owner. So are you living the life of a business owner right now? When I say living a life, are you making the decisions that a business owner needs to make now? Like if someone came to you right now and gave you a successful business, are you able to keep that business being successful? Have you groomed yourself to make sure that you're able to be successful in that business? So those are the kind of hard conversations you have to start having with yourself, that I want this thing, but am I prepared for it?
Am I prepared to be uncomfortable?
Yeah, am I prepared to be uncomfortable? There's a lot of people right now saying, I just want somebody. I just want to be with somebody. I want a spouse. I want to be in a relationship. are you ready for a relationship right now? Like, I know
Would you date you?
Yeah, would you date you?
Would you date? And be honest, would you really date you right now, y'all?
I mean, are you and you're comfortable right now? Are you dateable?
Are you dateable? Are you marriageable?
Yeah, I mean, you're so comfortable right now, but are you dateable?
Right, exactly.
You know, if like my wife just said, would you date you? I know you want somebody, but are you wantable right now?
Right.
And I don't mean anything physical, anything like that. I'm talking about actually the type of person you are, your personality, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations,
your integrity, your
character. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
You know, are you only bringing your comfortable ways to the table that your comfortable ways only suit you?
Right. Are you willing to kind of like adjust? Again, goes back to being very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I want to go back to when you were saying in reference to being a business owner or being a millionaire. You know, it's so funny because the things that you need to think about when you were saying that, I was thinking about, for instance, let's try being a billionaire.
Right.
Do you have a bank account? Oh, okay then. All right. To put the money in. Do you have a budget to budget? Because are you willing to be uncomfortable and give up some trips and give up some sleep and give up some time to cultivate this business or whatever you're deciding to utilize to make the $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Because that's to be a millionaire is $1 at a time.
Yeah. Are you are you okay with being comfortable with last year's fashion?
Right. Last year's iPhone.
Last year bag. Last year's shoes. Are you comfortable with that? Are you
comfortable with that? Are you willing to forego the trips with your girlfriends and your homeboys just so you can get where you need to be, where you can do it all the time? And when it comes to entrepreneurship, the same thing. Do you have a bank account? If I came to you right now and said, I'm going to give you $100,000, give me your business plan. Could you give me your elevator pitch, number one? Yeah. And number two, could you give me your business plan? Just asking.
And for the family the Crenshaws talk about elevator pitches a lot. For the family who is not familiar with an elevator pitch, it's simply the process of, you got 30 seconds. You're in an elevator with someone and you got 30 seconds to pitch your idea. Yep. Who are you? What are you doing? Why should I invest? You got 30 seconds.
And that's it.
That's your elevator pitch. You should be, if you're someone who's looking to build a business, if you're looking for someone to be an entrepreneur, you should always, at the drop of a hat, be able to give me 30 seconds of what you're doing, how you want to accomplish it, your business plan in 30 seconds.
Be ye prepared.
Be ye prepared.
And it's uncomfortable. Because you'll write that business plan, that business pitch over and over again until you're like, okay, I can do it now. But we just talking about right now, stretch yourself. Same thing. If you saying that I'm in this career, but I've seen this position that I want. Okay, do you have what we call okay, let me get it right. What kind of book is it? Your not hype book. Okay.
Your Love Me book?
No. In corporate America. You in corporate America. You already know.
In corporate America, we call it a Love Me book.
A Love Me book?
Yeah.
A Love Me book?
That's what we call it.
Really?
Yeah, let's see if we're talking about the same thing though.
I think we are, but go ahead.
What we call a Love Me book is basically your achievements.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a Love Me book.
I don't know.
That's what we call it.
We call it something totally different.
Yeah, it's all your achievement. What have you achieved within the time that you've been in this position?
Exactly.
What have you achieved? What have you accomplished? What have you brought to the table?
Right. Exactly.
And it's not about your team. It's not about your boss.
Right.
It's about strictly you.
Yeah.
What you've done.
Yeah.
Your accomplishments, the goals you've achieved.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so we're talking about but we call it a Love Me book.
Love Me book. Well, the Love Me book. And do you have the Love Me book? Because that way you're stretching yourself and you start writing down everything that you've accomplished at this position and why this new position will be great for you. You know, it's those things that's pulling us to the max. Again, things that are stretching us beyond measure, things that are keeping us going. And I know we're being redundant and I understand, but you guys need to understand we have got to get out of our comfort zone. We have not. If you've arrived in one sector of your life, it is time to take it to the next sector. Seriously.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room for a moment, though?
Is there an elephant here, baby?
There's an elephant in the room.
What's the elephant?
It's the one that we don't want to talk about.
Okay, which one is that?
It's the one that family don't want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
It's one of the biggest reasons I feel that people remain comfortable. And it's a lack of not self-awareness, but it's a lack of self-esteem. I'm gonna say that. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that there's anything else for them. They don't believe that they can accomplish anything better. They believe that this is their, lack of a better term, this is their lot in life,
right?
And there is no more for them. And what I want to do is disabuse that thought process, because it's not true. No matter where you are, no matter what you've accomplished, what you haven't accomplished, no matter what your age is, no matter what bad decisions you've made or good decisions you've made, you always deserve better.
Yeah.
And whether you just have to believe that you deserve better. And even if for the moment, if you don't believe it, like my wife said, push. Just push. There's an old it's an old saying, you fake it till you make it. And you just smile and you keep going. Yeah. And you keep pushing. And what happens is the more that you start accomplishing things, the more that the pieces start to fall into place, right? The more confident you become. Yeah. Here we go. I got it.
Where we going? Where we going, baby?
Mr. Moon.
Who?
Mr. Moon.
From Sing?
From Sing.
Oh, Lord.
So, family, I look for lessons in everything I do, to be honest with you. No matter what I watch, I don't care what it is. I think you can glean a lesson from it.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to spoil a movie that's been out for 10 years. If you haven't seen
I don't think Sing been out for 10 years, baby.
It seems like it. But if you haven't seen Sing, just spoiler alert. So
first of all, Sing is a what?
Sing is a animated cartoon movie. It's a musical.
One of our grandbaby's favorites.
Yeah, it's his new favorite movie. It's his new favorite movie.
He'd be singing and dancing, but anyway.
Yeah, but it's basically, if you haven't seen it, it's based in, it's kind of the real world, but instead of humans, it's animals. But it's basically, it's still a real, they still drive cars, they live in houses, they have jobs. They're people, but they're animals. And so the whole thing behind this is that there was a singing competition. So local people in the city came to join the singing competition, but it's more like your Bad News Bears, where it's more your misfits and people who don't really fit in society, so on and so forth. And there's this one character, she's an elephant. And she has the greatest voice
out of everybody.
Everybody. But she's shy and she's scared and she's fearful. And she allowed her fear, because she has a fear of singing in front of people. And so she allowed her fear to quiet her voice. And now, why am I saying all this? Because there was a scene where the main little character, the koala bear, Mr. Moon, he said to her, how do you get over fear? He said, you just sing. He said, you just sing until you're not scared anymore. And then the more you sing, the less scared you become. Now, why do I say that? I say that because we have family members who know they're comfortable, know they're not where they need to be, know there's more for them, but either they're scared, or they don't feel confident in their skills, or they don't feel confident in who they are. So what do I say to that? I say two things. I say, if it's fear, then you sing, then you just move. And the more you move, the less fearful you become. Like my wife said, don't leave. You're going to take the fear with you. Just take it along for the ride.
Take it with you.
And eventually it'll jump out the car. Eventually it'll get out.
And if it don't, just keep going.
Just keep going. But the more you sing, the more you look into your business, the more you get your business plan together, the more you get your bank account, the more you look for that property, the more you look for that, the more you move towards your goal, the less fearful you're going to be. And then when it comes to the confidence, if you don't have the confidence within yourself, then that's when you lean on your Heavenly Father. Because at that point, because trust me, anything that's in you that God has put in you, one thing my wife always says, God will never give you the vision without giving you the provision. So if he's laid something in your heart, if he's laid something in you, if there's something burning within you that you need to do, that you know you need to be doing, he's already set the foundation for you. You just got to move.
That's good, babe. I like that. I like it a lot.
Thank you very much.
I love the movie. First of all,
it was really good. It was better than it had any right to be.
Better than any right to be.
Yeah, Because it was cartoon animals singing, so it was better than any.
It was amazing.
It really was.
Somebody go back and watch it. Just watch it. It's cute. The reason why we wanted to have this conversation is because the Crenshaws will tell you we have been the ones that have been very comfortable.
Very much so.
Very comfortable. So we're not telling you anything. And sometimes we still get comfortable. Sometimes we still get distracted.
Yeah.
Sometimes we still get numb by things that will try to catch us off guard. But we have to go, okay, a squirrel, come back to it. Because it's so easy to do. But right now, we all can't afford to just be so comfortable and be so like, oh, it is, our little word, it is what it is. It's just what it is. And no, it's not what it is. Let's push. Let's do more. Let's do as a family. Let's push. Let's do more. Let's complete more. Let's take it to the next level, whatever the next level is for us. Because what I don't want you to do is have a toxic relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's real talk.
Yeah.
What I don't want for you is to be stagnant, right? What I don't want for you to do is not do something that feeds your soul that you love to do, right? So it's so important. So I'm asking, just family, stretch yourself. Just like push yourself, stretch yourself, become uncomfortable. Actually, become uncomfortable with being comfortable. I don't like that. How do I want to say what I'm trying to say? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to. Because you gave me that look like, what?
I knew you was going somewhere. I was gonna let you get there. I knew you was going somewhere.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable every single day as you push yourself. It's so important. Yeah. And this is, we're talking because remember, this is our therapy session. Yeah. So basically, this is what we're telling ourselves every single day when we don't feel like it. Like, sorry to hear that. Push. Sorry, push.
Yeah. Your new comfortability should be uncomfortable.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I got. How you feel about it?
I don't know. We did some things. We said some things. We went down some roads.
We did.
We'll see how it turned out.
Now, here's the thing. I think we've said it before, and we'll say it again, that for this year, the Crenshaws are working on the 6 F's, right? It is faith. It is family, it is fun, it is freedom, it is finance, and future. Those are the 6 things that we're talking about. Today, this kind of hit on the freedom part of it.
Yeah.
Being free from fear, being fear from being stagnant, being free from being toxic, being free from being uncomfortable. And I think those are the 6 things that we're going to hit on every time we get behind this mic. We're going to discuss those things as well because it's so important. I think those are the 6 things that's important this year to talk to the family about. Yeah. And freedom is definitely one of them, guys. Freeing yourself to be you and freeing yourself to do what you really wholeheartedly want to do for the rest of your life.
Free your mind and the rest will follow.
Free your mind.
The one thing.
The rest will follow.
I do want to say one thing, though.
I didn't sing it.
I was. You singing well, baby. I love you. I love your voice. I love your voice.
Thank you, babe.
One thing I do want to say, and it'll be my final thought. I kind of want to piggyback on something you said because it actually just it kind of hit home. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are in toxic relationship with themselves. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't let a coworker, some family members, a stranger in the street, you wouldn't let them come to you and just be utterly disrespectful. You wouldn't let them come to you and just downgrade you and talk down to you and tell you how unintelligent you are or tell you how effective. You wouldn't let them do that.
Right.
So why do it to yourself?
Amen.
So if you wouldn't let anyone else do it to you, why do you do it to yourself? Why do you tell yourself how less you are or what you're not? Why do you have those same conversations with yourself if you wouldn't let the cashier at your local supermarket say those things to you? Treat yourself better than you would have a stranger treat you. So I just wanted to say that, family, just thank you. I know, hey, this is what you get with the Crenshaws. Okay, we bless somebody.
Somewhere.
We might have made somebody mad in the beginning, but somewhere they turned it around.
Did they turn it or did we turn it?
It got turned. It got turned somewhere within this.
Somewhere, y'all.
Somewhere. So family, as always, family, we thank you. We thank you for listening. Yes. However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's Amazon Music. Yeah, Google Podcast.
What?
Amazon Music, iHeartRadio.
sure?
I'm gonna kick you in the knee. Amazon Music or iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all in the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Please go to our YouTube channel, The Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Please click that notification bell. Please comment on all the videos. Share the videos. My wife responds to the videos. She in there.
I'm a responder.
She a responder. So if you don't like the comments, it's on her. She did it.
Thank you, baby. That was wonderful.
Hey, I'm here for you.
You love me. Thank you, babe.
And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.